before starting this video, please just set up yourself in a really comfortable place. That is really important. I mean, just go on your bed, go inside your mattress, rest, okay? And then come back to this video to enjoy so bad this story, okay? Well, when you're set up, then let's get started. And don't forget to subscribe, of course. Have a good video. Hi, everybody. Hi, everybody. I hope you are doing wonderfully well tonight. In this video, I propose you to talk to you about my trip. Maybe you don't know, but I have to tell you that I just traveled for 3 months. 3 months, yes. And I think that's interesting to talk to you about it. Also because I asked you and you were really, yes, please tell us about your trip. That is really interesting. So I am like, okay, I'm gonna tell you about my trip. Well, then let's get started. Yes, okay. First of all, I also need to tell you about this, which is the happiness and optimism award, which is something that I have to show you. Let's try to find one. Okay. almost 1 month ago. 1 month ago, I came back to 27. Oh, when you are listening to this video, watching this video, it's been already 1 month more. We are at 23, so almost 1 month before I came back from Peru to France, because I'm living in France. I'm French. I don't know if it looked like it, but I'm French, yes. Well, anyways, my accent is like really bad, so it's normal. So I went to Peru for 3 months to meet someone there, an important person for me, and I really wanted to see her, and so that's why I went there. She went before to France 1 year ago in 2023, and so I took my fly at this moment to be able to travel the next year. Thing that I did, I traveled to Peru this year in 2024, just at the beginning of the year, between January, February, March. Okay, so this is like the context. The only problem is that I am studying. I am in the middle of my studies to become a professional musician, to have a license, to have a degree, attesting that I am a professional musician, and also that I am a professional teacher of music. So it's something serious. It's not just something I could, like, for example, go for 3 months. For example, well, the thing is that I left my studies for 3 months to travel. Of course, my teachers were like, do you really think it's good? Because, I don't know, you will have concours to enter in some license, and living 3 months without playing your instrument, do you think it's a good idea? I was like, no, it's maybe not a good idea, but it's okay. Finally, I left, and 3 weeks later, after coming back, which was the last week for me, I had a concours. Of course. So the thing is that probably because of the trouble, I didn't success this concours. I completely messed up. It was like no, it wasn't good. So now for the joke, I am laughing, but of course it's not really funny. It's more about the thing that I'm gonna learn with this mistake, with this bad feeling, how to say that, bad comprehension of what I want to do. So what I want to do is music, but I wanted to travel. I wanted to do this thing, which was gonna make me feel different and make me, I don't know how to say that. Finally, I don't regret at all this trip. And before making this conclusion of this video, I deeply recommend you to do that, to do the same. Not obviously to go to Peru, but I really recommend you to travel in another place, to visit someone, to learn a new culture, to learn new processes of life. That's just so amazing. So okay, let's talk about this trip. I arrived there, and directly in the field, directly in this culture, which is a Latin culture, which is completely different than the European one. And so I love it, actually. I love this culture of Latin, but it's completely different. So I arrive, and then it's wow. So in the 3 months, I stayed 2 months in the house of this person, with her family, and so I lived in a real Peruvian family for 2 months, more or less. amazing experience because usually when people travel, they go to hotels because they don't know anyone. But as I knew someone, I could have this for free. Yes, but more than the cost, the money is the experience because I stayed 2 months in a family, a Peruvian family, which was like wow, so good. Now I feel that my house is also there, that my real house is here in France, but also there in Peru. That I have two houses and that I could come back. I could go back to my other house whenever I would like to. So this is a really good feeling to know that you have another family, another life somewhere else. That's really good feeling. Okay, so in these 3 months, 2 months was to stay there, visiting all around Lima, and they are living in Callao, which is really near from Lima. It's like there is the city Lima, and here there is the Pacific, the ocean, and here there is Callao, Lima, Callao. So it's really near. But that's the poor part of all the province of Lima, where there is Callao, Lima, and other Miraflores, and other places like that. So I wasn't in the place like Miraflores, where it's kind of like in Europe, where everything is really rich, where everything is really calm, really peaceful, blah 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 blah. But that's a bit boring. Well, it's not. But that's also interesting. But I'm not. I don't regret at all to be in Callao, because Callao is like there is no European there, not at all. No European, no white people actually. And I was like there with my white skin. And by the way, that was really good experience because I felt that I was a bit different, but little by little I was starting to speak in Spanish, castellano, como lo dicen, and that's an amazing mix of culture because I came with my French culture. I did some crepe, and I came with my French culture there, and I mixed it with the Peruvian culture. So that was a beautiful mix. And so that's it. So then we decided to travel because we were in this country and the objective was not to stay there for 3 months, but also to travel. So we went 2 weeks in the north and 2 weeks in the south. I don't know how to say that in English. And so yes, that was really good. The north is less. How to say that? Is less with less tourisms than the south, but I really loved the north. Some part at least. We went to see, for example, a place called how to say that? A place near Trujillo, where there is how to say that? A temple, and at the top of this temple there was a tomb, a place where they discovered the architectors, I don't know, discovered sarcophage. I don't know exactly if this is good to say in English, but I'm trying to describe museum, we did all the museum. And the thing is that all this place is called El Huaca de la Dama de Cao, because La Dama de Cao is the lady of Cao. The lady of Cao is like she is known as one of the first, but probably one of the first lady chief, woman chief, kinda. Because at this moment, at this place, there was usually men who was chief, but this was one of the first, apparently one of the first woman chief, which is really good. So we did all the museum, and at the end of the museum there was a video showing the moment where they discovered this tomb, this temple, and at the top they took off this thing they found in the tomb. There was a lot of jewels, a lot of gold, crowns and things like that, like dresses, things for to offer to the god with her. And there was also her, the body of the Dama de Cao. And this was really impressive because we watched the video and then we entered in the room where there was all this object which was inside this tomb, and also at the end of the room there was the body of La Dama de Cao, which was the real body. And this woman was probably between 16 and 25 years old and lived more or less between 400 and 800 years after the Christ. So 1,500 years ago, more or less, which is something really old. So that was one of the more impressive things I seen there. There was also really impressive things, others everywhere, really interesting, really beautiful, really good to see. And this was really a shock because it was also, maybe because it was a place where there wasn't a lot of people. I mean, this place where there was this temple, there wasn't a lot of people. It was really far from the city Trujillo, for example, it was really difficult to go there if you didn't have any tour or any organism to take you there. So that's maybe why it was impressive like that. So that's it for the north. I'm not gonna tell you everything. If you want a full video of 1 hour, tell me, or 3 hours. Tell me, and why not, maybe. The thing is that that's also why I'm speaking fast, because I know that there's many things to say and that it could take me a lot of time. So I would like to make this video not last 2 hours. So that's it for the north. Then we went to the south 2 weeks later, and we went directly to Puno in the Lac Titicaca, which is the real pronunciation, Titicaca, which means tiger and rock, I think, because it's the form of the lake, something like that. So we went there. We lived in the islands of Los Uros. It was really, really beautiful, really, really good, unique, so much unique. And so yes, I loved this place. Then we went to Arequipa, which is a European city, really white. They call it the White City. Really white and really beautiful. A bit different than the normal went to see the condors. That was so beautiful, so impressive. We were seeing like real condors. Wow, wow. They can be like, when they are flying, they can be like even more than 3 meters. That was really impressive actually, really, really impressive. So that's it. Then we went to Cusco. We didn't see the Machu Picchu because it was really expensive, a lot touristic. I don't really like that kind of places, but also because we didn't stay a lot of time there, and we didn't have the opportunity. Well, it's okay. Later, we have a lot of time. Okay, so that's it. Then we went to Ayacucho, where there was a battle, I think in 1821, with Tupac Amaru, which is the second, which was the revolution in 1821. I should talk like that, speak like that, really near the microphones. So Tupac Amaru fought for this independence of Peru, for Peru. And that's it. Then we came back to Lima. And yes, that's it. I would be really, really glad to talk to you about it even more, but as I told you, it could last too much time, and I don't have a lot of time to record this video, unfortunately. But if you want, and if I have more time later, yes, I would be really, really glad to tell you about this story even more. So that's it for this video. Thank you so much for listening, and thank you so much for being here while I was there, supporting me and giving me all of this strength, making me really believe in this ASMR future. Living with ASMR, that could be my dream. Honestly, that could be really good.